driving me crazy, not with you guys, but the new business model for getting clicks is just mix shit up. So we wanted to have a little bit of fun with that and get ahead of that and make sure that you guys got all the right information ahead of time to stop some of the speculation, because the new business model is make up everything. And then if 2% of it's right, yeah, you won. 2% of it's right.
It was really fun for me to sit back and have him call out people making shit up, basically what he said. And he sees the same stuff I'm seeing, and it's like, it's annoying as hell.
So he actually brought us there to basically crack down on them. Listen to this.
So Ram Trucks and CEO Tim Kuniskis held a closed-door event, not to launch a new product, not to apologize for killing the Hemi, but to assemble their hand-picked group of influencers and journalists to launch a new campaign. One aimed at not building new trucks, but at discrediting the people who talk about Ram. And in this particular video, we're going to go over the proof that we've found.
Driving me crazy, not with you guys, but the new business model for getting clicks is just mix shit up. Crazy shit. Hey, Ram's gonna come out with a truck that's got a jet engine in it. You heard it here first. It is. So,
do we leave now? Are we done?
Yeah,
Seriously?
It's gonna be a new Viper truck. All the crazy shit that I read online. So we wanted to have a little bit of fun with that and get ahead of that and make sure that you guys got all the right information ahead of time to stop some of the speculation, because the new business model is make up everything. And then if 2% of it's right, yeah, you won. 2% of it's right.
Okay, well, with 44,000 friends and the 72% of you guys who are watching but not subscribed, there is no other way to interpret this secret event Ram hosted to target YouTubers who say things about Ram they don't like. Mopar Insiders, one of the most loyal Dodge and Ram publications out there, admitted it themselves on camera.
There's a lot of like rumors and misconceptions that are going online. Listen to what Tim says about like all the rumor mills and stuff going on the internet. So he actually brought us there to basically crack down on them. Listen to this. This is what he's talking about, all the YouTubers out there. They're trying a whole new marketing campaign to kind of like combat all this BS that you see online. So again, a huge difference from where we were before. So Tim's trying to put an end to all this crazy speculation. He wants people focused on the product that's coming. Again, we're going to be talking about it a lot on the channel to kind of put for, kind of make sure that everybody knows what the truth is out there.
Tim Kuniskis didn't bring them in there just to cover trucks. He brought them in to attack the YouTubers who weren't invited. This is an all-new media campaign sponsored by Ram to combat what everyone says. That is what a trusted publication said on camera who were in attendance. So this is not hearsay of what was going on.
So he actually brought us there to basically crack down on them.
Driving me crazy, not with you guys, but the new business model for getting clicks is just mix shit up and make sure that you guys got all the right information ahead of time to stop some of the speculation, because the new business model is make up everything. And then if 2% of it's right, yeah, you won. 2% of it's right.
Why is Ram targeting everyone not in that room? Because we exercise free speech and talk about stuff? Because we share leaks backed by documentation and stuff? Because we're earlier on information than those other outlets are? Or because we challenge the actual narrative that people put out there and they just cannot stand it?
It's kind of ironic, really, that a brand that's known for making so much smoke is taking transparency so seriously to make sure everyone is taken care of.
But I would love an official statement from Ram based on facts presented by a respected publication that Ram themselves invites to events. Is it now company policy to use creators and media outlets to smear independent voices? Is this the new business model going forward, to attack customers who don't say Ram approve truth?
So he actually brought us there to basically crack down on them. They're trying a whole new marketing campaign to kind of like combat all this BS that you see online. Again, we're going to be talking about it a lot on the channel to kind of put for, kind of make sure that everybody knows what the truth is out there. Today, we're going to talk about the 2026 Ram 1500 and the return of the Hemi. Now, we've been talking about this since last week. Again, I was at the unveiling. Tim Kuniskis came out and told us all the details about the 2026 models, but he did enlighten us about, the pricing structure of the Hemi and why they brought back the Hemi with the e-torque system. Now, those are the two biggest things that I'm seeing online on different forums, including our forums on 5th Gen Rams, and people are getting the information wrong. I don't know if people just don't read anymore or what, but I figured I'd set them kind of straight on why the e-torque system is back for 2026 and what the true price of the 5.7 liter Hemi is. So last night I wrote this article on Mopar Insiders and 5th Gen Rams saying, hey, the Hemi's back and it's cheaper than before on the Ram 1500. And that's true.
Mopar Insiders called the quote that Tim Kuniskis said hilarious.
He recorded Tim Kuniskis saying this. This was hilarious.
And openly said it was now their job to get ahead of all the BS you see online.
So he actually brought us there to basically crack down on them.
Translation, anyone outside of Ram's good graces is spreading lies, and if you're not approved by Ram, you are wrong 98% of the time. Ram Trucks is now more interested in policing free speech than fixing trucks, more focused on silencing YouTubers than addressing glitches, delays, or quality issues. Their strategy, feed even more privileged information to a curated circle, then discredit anyone who breaks news outside of their circle.
And make sure that you guys got all the right information ahead of time to stop some of the speculation, because the new business model is make up everything, and then if 2% of it's right, yeah, you won. 2% of it's right.
But let's be honest, those same people were already getting early press access, pre-release photos, pre-release press releases, and invite-only previews. So what does the right information even mean now? I can logically take that as permission to attack others' credibility who don't agree with them. Is this Mopar Insiders or Mopar approved propaganda? Because according to Ram officially now, I guess this is official take since they speak for Ram, anyone not in that room is making up 98% of what they talk about in their videos. And they are all going to call it speculation or call it guessing, regardless if they are right or they are wrong. Now, I know videos that I make myself are based on insider tips, patent filings, internal documentation, and real community feedback. When we get it right, they say we are lucky. When we get it wrong, it doesn't matter, because everything that came out of our mouth in the first place was speculation anyway. That's basically what's going on here. One of these guys approved by Ram to speak implied that only his channel is allowed to speculate.
It's fun to sit back and speculate. What's under those sheets. There's some conversation about TRX. Why isn't there 6.4 liter in coming back? And I think they're really looking at that. The Jeep Cherokee is ready to be built in. Our guess is going to be built in the Belvedere plant. So you build the Jeep Cherokee and the new midsize Ram truck in the Belvedere plant. It makes total sense. There's your capacity right there. We didn't get confirmation of that at all, but that makes sense to me. So I could see a TRX coming back with a 6.4 to compete with the Raptor R. Performance-wise, it's up in the same realm of the RHO as far as speed. So I think that could be coming. That's going to be really interesting. So that's the fun part of the job is having you guys speculate. It was really fun for me to sit back and have him call out people making shit up, basically what he said, because there's a few channels on YouTube I've seen over the years, and I've asked them who their sources are, and they basically shut me down. And he sees the same stuff I'm seeing, and it's like it's annoying as hell to try to report on the news, and then people over here make up facts, and then people come to me and say, look at these guys who made up all this stuff and now they're right. Well, yeah, it's like buying a lottery ticket. Occasionally you get the winning ticket, but you make up BS all the time. Well, you know what? That's on you, and I'm not going to take that as facts. Sorry. And he's not doing it either. So it's interesting.
What he said is not speculation. It is the truth now. It is fact now. But it's clear to me now that this clique of invited creators and journalists are upset that independent YouTubers are beating them to the punch when it comes to information. So now Ram is launching campaigns to smear us, to label what we say as nonsense, and using these other outlets to do it. Is this now Ram's official policy to have these people go on social media on the behalf of Stellantis, Dodge, Ram, whoever, and smear content creators? Oh, that's not going to happen, but hey, Mopar Insiders just bragged about being able to do this. They bragged about being a part of this new media campaign to combat what people say, that what came out of their own mouth.
They're trying a whole new marketing campaign to kind of like combat all this BS that you see online. Again, we're going to be talking about it a lot on the channel to kind of put forth, kind of make sure that everybody knows what the truth is out there.
Let me give you guys a prime example of Mopar Insiders not combating their own BS, as they put in their own words. Now, Mopar Insiders admitted on their live stream that they knew that their past articles on the Hemi being made in America were wrong. Other people, other independent journalists, we got it right that the Hemi is being made in Mexico again, but they won't post a retraction. There's no articles from Mopar Insiders that alludes to that fact.
The funny thing is we heard that Dundee's going to get a Hemi, and everybody's been saying, oh no, that's going to happen. It might not be this year. Apparently what we've been told is that it will happen in the future. They are starting to build them out because they want to crank it out for 2026 Ram 1500 production. They're building them. I've got pictures at the Saltillo plant with Hemis all the way stacked up, and they're all brand new.
So even the approved journalist gets things wrong. Know they are wrong and won't post the truth. But hey, they under the direction of Ram are going to put out their version of the truth. So let's not pretend this is about accuracy of information. This is about control of information and who is allowed to speak it. And this is a coordinated attack against anyone not in that room. And these people let their emotions override their job of reporting facts. Now, I'm not under an NDA. I'm not bound to a press pass. I say what I want when I want. And unlike this privileged crowd of people, I don't have to worry about losing corporate perks and not getting invited to events. You guys can laugh it up in secret meetings all you want to, but if you come for people's credibility, expect pushback, because you guys have chinks in your credibility armor as well. Just saying. Now, I know that Tim didn't expect this quote to go public, but it did. And I want an official statement from Ram. Is this their official strategy going forward? Will they continue to use sanctioned media outlets to discredit others? Stellantis has a huge issue with morale and public perception. This hot mic moment sending creators to attack other creators ain't going to make it better. Jokes are one thing, but Mopar Insiders said it is their job now on Ram's behalf to crack down on free speech of others with information they will receive from Ram. I already know I'll get a private message about this, which of course I'm guess they're all going to say that I'm lying about, because everything that comes out of my mouth or anybody else's mouth down in the room is 98% lies all the time. But there needs to be a public statement about this, because who knows what else secretly happened at that event. But at least we know that quite a few outlets, creators, and the CEO of Ram hates everything people say not in that room. That everyone outside of that room, you are wrong 98% of the time. And the business model going forward is to go after other creators. At the end of the day, a lot of us speculators are also customers, and we speak to the same customers those outlets, creators, and the brand of Ram depend on to survive. So just remember that. But let me know what you guys think. Are we watching real journalism or Stellantis propaganda? Are we right 90% of the time, or are we wrong 98% of the time? Should I post even more speculation since it seems to bother them so much? Some of my best videos on my channel are when I am pissed off about stuff, expose stuff, or stand up for other people. And it seems there's going to be a lot more of that coming in the near future. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And until the next time, I'll be speculating in the background.